Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video, and today's video is on the other side of the old transfer coin, if you will, people, because we're not here to welcome and say hello and get excited and get enthusiastic about a new guy coming in with fresh ideas, hopefully bringing us fresh results. No, it's the other side of the transfer coin as we're here to say goodbye, because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we do on occasion sell people. Sometimes, and that is what we're here today. We're here to say goodbye to the footballing maverick, the footballing enigma, fashion hey Sakala. Now this might be the first time you notice the new background and everything like that, and I plan to sort of change it and tweak it as the season goes on, so help shape it. If you want, let me know what you like about it, what you didn't like about it. I'm going to be adding hopefully some clips. I'm going to experiment throughout the season and maybe put myself down in the bottom corner about here, show a clip or an incident that I'm talking about. We're trying to improve the channel. I'm trying to give you a better product going in to next season, so just let me know what you think of the old background. Again, we can't do too much just now with it, but it'll be added on as the time goes on if he's actually like it, or if he's preferred the previous background. Let me know down in the comment section. Well, hopefully you're either hitting the like button or subscribing if you're new around here, or if you want to wait to see whether or not this channel is worth hitting that like for, let's go ahead and try to actually earn it then, shall we? And let's discuss maybe the worst kept secret in football in terms of outgoings, and that is none other than Fashion Sakala leaving this football club, because he let everybody know a bit before Rangers as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, Sakala is so quick off the mark that he maybe doesn't do the thing that he actually should, as he's already let us know he was leaving with a fantastic heartfelt statement that you could really tell. And again, I'll throw it up on the screen if you want to take time to pause and read it just in case you haven't. That is a guy that's really bought into this football club, and we've left an impact on this lad. It's no the usual handwritten by PR agent or someone's social media team or anything. That is heartfelt and a goodbye from Fashion Sakala to Rangers fans, and I think the bond was created. And again, it wasn't always good times. There was some heartache, there was some bad misses, but the guy came here and gave his absolutely all, and he showed that over his last couple of days on social media, saying goodbye, thanking certain players and everything like that as well. He's really took to this club, and he wanted to make that be known to every single person as he leaves it. But of course it is a weird one to actually discuss and a weird one to feel, because I know for a fact there is two distinct mindsets regarding Fashion Sakala, and I know for a fact if we scroll down in the comment section there'll be some that's upset that he's leaving the football club, and there'll be others that's absolutely buzzing, dancing around and being like Annie when he saw Daddy Warbucks has that Saudi League style money. And no, troops, did I see an Annie / Saudi League crossover come in when I started today's video and started that sentence? No, but we're here now, so let's actually get on with it. And what's weirder than what I've just said, people, is I completely understand these two sets of caps. You know what I mean? It's not like the Cholak one when we say goodbye him and so many people are buzzing. I never understood why you're buzzing about a striker who scores goals. That's what wins your game. That's the toughest job in football. It's not holding up, it's not bringing others onto the play, it's putting the ball in to the back of it. So I never understood why people were excited to say goodbye to Antonio Cholak, but I do understand the two different distinct mindsets regarding Fashion Sakala, and I'll be honest with you. Am I upset that Fashion Sakala is gone? No. Not really, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm not trying to sound cynical or anything like that. I do think it is the right decision, despite this laddie coming here and giving absolutely everything he actually had. No, there's not one person in the comment section or myself could sit here and say this laddie didn't give every single ounce of his footballing ability, which again was maverick-esque, was an enigma. I've said it many times here, not only in today's video but throughout the years that he's actually been here. He was a footballing enigma wrapped in to a maverick, and that unpredictability that he had every single time he touched the football, people, you never knew what he was going to do. Defenders never knew what he was going to do, and some might say he never knew what he was going to do, but that unpredictability brought a sense of excitement every single time he touched the football, because he was almost must-watch TV, if you will, if we're using an old WWF style reference, people. He was must-see, because you knew good, bad and the ugly, he would be involved in the game. He wasn't one of these guys who would drop away in the game and you wouldn't notice he was here or was invisible or say, oh, I forgot he was playing. Love him or loathe him, Sakala was involved in every single game he played. And that is a testament to the man, especially his journey at Rangers, because this is a guy who could have probably down tools several times in his Rangers career, people, because he wasn't fancied by Gio. Remember the treatment he was getting? He was trying to get pushed at the door. Last year he decided to stay and fight for his space, was given it in minutes, if you actually will, until Michael Beale came in, and then everyone was expecting him not to mesh with Michael Beale's style again, the wide tens and the recycling possession, all that nonsense. But arguably, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the run that Fashion Sakala was on from when Michael Beale took over to where he is right now, he is arguably the best performing Rangers player since Beale took over, not named Todd Cantwell. Because do you know, last season this man finished the season playing 41 games and having 20 goal contributions, ladies and gentlemen, 12 goals and 8 assists. Now all of those was involved in the SPFL, and some people can look at that and take holes at it, but again, that is 20 goal contributions in just 29 SPFL matches. That's what we have lost, that's what we have took off the table, ladies and gentlemen. And if you take a step back and you think about that, the 20 goals in 41 games throughout a season for a winger, people that was given a lot of garbage minutes at the start of last season, that is an absolute sensational turnaround. That is a goal nearly every, what was that, goal or assist every 1 out of 2 games, people. That's a ridiculous statement. That was what we wanted for Kent. That's the numbers we would want. And if Kent was hitting the numbers, we'd be absolutely going mental. But because Sakala did it, no one really talks about it. And it's weird. And I know that might be difficult for a lot of people to accept and hear and take that, but that is simply an outrageous season for someone who plays on the actual wing. And I feel like I could leave it there, you know what I mean? I could just end the video here, leave it on a big massive high note, and everyone would be buzzing, or everyone would start having a different conversation about Sakala. But I feel like that would be very tunnel visioned. If I want, that'd be me structuring the video to end on that high point, and I didn't want to be fake or tell yous or cheerlead, ladies and gentlemen. I always tell you what I really truly think. And remember earlier in the video I did say I was mixed in this. I'm not buzzing, but I'm not upset either. So why am I not upset about everything I've talked about? All the enthusiasm, the work rate, the goals, the assists. Why am I not upset that all this has left the football club? And that's because there is two sides of every single story, people, and Sakala has had some iffy moments as well. And I think if you wanted to be harsh but also truthful, ladies and gentlemen, his season last season was outrageous in a Rangers team. But he has obviously had 3 managers in his time at Rangers and has maybe lost the trust of each of those 3 managers at certain points. I mean, Beale gave him the most games and looked like he was backing him, but he's moved on now, people. We even had Beale moving on for the laddie. And how did that happen? And that's simply because, as harsh as it is to say about that outrageous season, he could and really should have scored a lot more, because this man had so many chances, so many games. And again, that's a credit to the laddie for getting in those positions and making those opportunities. But the vast amount of those opportunities that he missed was almost as outrageous as he was last season. And I think as fondly as some of us will remember Sakala for all the good points, there will be that memory, if you start going in too deep, of the moments that he missed versus Celtic. Because to me, he had 3 major moments versus Celtic, 3 major opportunities. He only took one of them, and I'd argue, ladies and gentlemen, they took the least important one out of the 3. Now obviously it's always great beating Celtic and it's always great scoring goals versus Celtic, but if you look at the 3 that he missed, one in a cup, one in the cup final, one in the cup semi, and then one in a league game towards the end of the season. What is the most important ones out of that one? It's the 2 that he missed, and I can't sit here and defend it. I've heard rants on this channel. It was absolute criminal, the 2 open goals he missed at those points in the games, what that could have done to change our season. So that's why I understand why people aren't upset that this laddie is leaving, because when the biggest, truest, biggest moments came in a Rangers shirt, he only took one of the 3 of them. And that's where I need to sit and say, aye, I get it, ladies and gentlemen, and why I think as a fan, despite me having a great memory of the laddie and maybe even a great will for him to go on and do success, I've got all that, I still understand that I feel like maybe this football club needs someone who can take those big moments. If we want to stop being nearly men and number 2 for Austin Powers, if we want to be a true number 1, we need boys that are not only getting into those positions, which you actually give him credit for, because he was getting in positions that no a lot of people were getting into, but we need to take those opportunities. When it comes down to the finest margins, this club needs boys that's been able to take them. That's what made us such a great success in the past, and that's why I think the decision was made by the likes of Beale, who was a big defender of Sakala, and moving him on as those change seasons. Football is a very, very cruel game if you didn't take your opportunities. We saw that last season, and aye, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've really got to say about Fashion Sakala's time, as the guy, again, still had a tremendous Rangers career, in my opinion. 91 games, he had 24 goals, 15 assists, that's 39 goal contributions. 91 divided by 39 is, what's that, 2 points? I kind of feel like there should be a countdown situation going on right now, but 91 divided by 39 is about 2.3, 2.4. Rachel Riley, I'm coming for you. But in all seriousness, that there is an outrageous statistical winger, people, we've had at the football club, and now he leaves the football club. We need people to step up and replicate that. This man's averaged a goal or an assist every 2.3 games throughout 91 appearances. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's just left the football club. Now, as the players brought in this summer going to be able to replicate that and hopefully beat that and take the bigger moments? I certainly hope so. They've got it in the locker, but I feel like we need to be respectful and actually pay respect to someone who's came and done what he's done in his career, because if you look at it, he's not been content with the lack of goals or anything like that. He's gave us goals when he's given an opportunity, and again, no 91 of those games were starts. I did feel like I wanted to sit here and talk about Fashion Sakala and maybe give him a bit of respect and obviously reflect on his Rangers career. We looked at when he first came in the door. This is him on his way out. Again, we won't speak with every single player who's going to be leaving the football club, because nobody wants to sit here and see that much of me, but I feel like he had a very interesting story during his Rangers career, and I wanted to talk about it and speak about the goals and the assists that's now left the football club. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. He arrived on a free transfer. Again, the transfer fee, we're not going to break down into too much detail, because is it 3 million, 4 million, is it 3.5 plus add-ons, is it 4 million plus add-ons? I don't care, ladies and gentlemen. We got money for a lad. He came in for free, he left for money, and he makes the club a little bit richer as he goes on his way. And that's it. He came, he saw, he made us money. That's the player trade model. We've hopefully improved, and the boys that's been joining the football club this season will hopefully prove that this season when they get embedded in the actual squad. But that's all I've got to say about Fashion Sakala. What about you? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below. And if you are still watching, by the way, 0 from 10, what would you rate Sakala's reign in a Rangers shirt? What would you give it out of 10? I'd maybe give it a 6 or maybe give it a 7. He gave everything. The way he approached the game, the enthusiasm for the game, I loved all that, and trust me, I wanted him to be a true success. But when the biggest moments came, unfortunately, he will be remembered for missing 2 of them, and that's the way it is. It's harsh and everything like that, people, but it's no Sunday League, it's no five-a-side football, it's Rangers Football Club. This is the pressure you accept when you sign and take those wages, and that's the way it actually goes. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, there's so much coming up on the channel, hopefully a lot of improvements. Again, let me know what you think of the background. I will be adding some things and learning and adjusting. I'm trying to learn Photoshop, I'm trying to learn all this for us to improve the channel. I am all on my own here, troops beside you guys, helping me every single video. So let me know what you think. Until then, I'll be Sage92. Thank you so much for watching, all the best, and bye-bye.